9:03 on the Old Spice Wake Up Zone on 104.5 The Zone. And I want to welcome you to our Nashville Sports Business segment. And we bring in an old friend of mine from my Channel 5 days, Jessica Fain, who's the Vice President of Communications for the YMCA of Middle Tennessee. A big event coming up for you, Jessica. First of all, hello.
Hello.
Telling war stories during the break?
Yeah, well, pretty tame.
Yes.
But, the event you have coming up, the Kids Triathlon.
Absolutely. Great opportunity for kids to maybe try something different. Team sports are not for every young person, but we hope that young people will take part in a triathlon and hopefully find a lifelong love and develop healthy habits that'll last a lifetime.
What kind of participation have you gotten from this?
Yesterday, last I heard, we have a little over 250 young people registered to take part. So there's room for a few more, but certainly a strong showing.
I have Frank, we were talking about this.
Are you entered, Mark?
I am not entered. I am neither a kid nor a triathlete. We have one in here, and we'll talk to Luke in just a second. But the fact of the matter is, like I said, we were joking about this, being an avid indoorsman, as we both are. But I've got a 9-year-old sort of couch potato who plays a lot of video games, who I have to make a conscious effort to get him out of the house and get him to the park and have him run around. It's different now. What are you finding as you look at this event and just sort of look at, the way kids are now?
Well, certainly it's no secret to anyone, particularly in Tennessee, that we do face some very big hurdles as it relates to childhood obesity, and a lot of that relates to sedentary lifestyle. I mean, we're all very busy, and there are a lot of demands on our time. We're seeing right now about half of parents reporting that because of the economy, they're not investing in as many extracurricular activities. It's harder to afford them. And so this is a really great way. Not only is the triathlon affordable, I think the registration fee is $35, but as a YMCA, we're offering a free training program where you don't have to be a Y member, and it's free to enroll your child. And 11 of our wellness centers are providing that training. And so it's a great way for them to try something different. Who knows? They may decide they love biking. They may not become a lifelong triathlete, but they might discover a new interest that will stick with them.
Why don't you introduce Luke, who you brought along with you, who's an accomplished triathlete?
Luke is quite an accomplished triathlete. Luke Farkas is with us today, and he was just sharing with me this morning. He actually started as a triathlete at the tender age of 7 when he completed his first, and maybe he might talk a little bit about what that experience was like for him.
How you doing, Luke?
I'm doing well.
Luke, how do you get into, I know at age 7, what intrigues you about killing your body and going, because most kids, they have to run a lap. It's just pain. So what intrigued you about that, and just going through all three?
Right. Actually, until I was 7.5, I lived in Little Rock, Arkansas, and there was a small team that started there, concentrating on youth triathletes. A lot like actually what the YMCA is doing. It's a little bit more of a low-key thing, not as many kids involved, but that's how I started out. My mom's a swimmer and my dad's a cyclist, and so I kind of was raised under that umbrella. But that's how I started. I did my first one at 7 years old. And
now you've done 30 to 40. You can't really remember.
Yeah,
explain the distances for the 3 different disciplines.
Right now, what I do, I'm doing mostly sprint distance stuff right now. So I'm doing my distances are 750 swim, a 20K bike, which is around 13 and a half miles, and then a 5K run. But the youth triathlon distances, I believe the junior rankings are 100-meter swim, and then a 6-mile bike, and 3-mile bike. A 3-mile bike for the juniors, and then a half-mile run.
I could do that.
Yeah.
That's my speed.
That's the thing. What's great about this is it's such a it's a daunting task for sure, but for kids it's doable. It's short enough that any kid could really get out there and finish it if nothing else.
What's your training regimen like?
My training regimen, I'm between 16 and 22 hours a week, depending on the week and depending where I am in the season. So kind of most of that time actually is in the water. Second most is on the bike, and then I run the least amount of hours just because while I'm still growing, got to watch how many miles I put in my legs.
Is your goal eventually to participate in a big boy triathlon?
It depends on what a big boy triathlon is considered.
Not the Ironman would what is it, 26 miles?
Yeah. The Ironman is a 2.5 mile swim and a century ride and a marathon run.
Something, by the way, that Frank cannot do.
Wow. Yeah, that is something that I may do at some point, but here in the sights is kind of the Olympic distance stuff, and see how far I can get in the junior elite circuit and getting toward the pro rankings.
Jessica, what are classically the ages of the kids who participate in this?
There really, actually, as far as youth, there is no age limit. As long as the child can complete the tasks, then they can register. And then I think the cutoff for the distinction between the junior and the senior division is around 11 years old and when the child's 12th birthday is. So that kind of governs whether you fall into that junior category or the senior category.
Give everybody the whens and the wheres, and if there's, and I'm sure there's a website involved.
There is. The training programs actually are ongoing, like I said, at 11 different YMCA locations, and there's a list of all those available locations on our website now at ymcamid10, that's TN.org. And you can get all the details and the contact information about how to register. There's about 3 weeks of the training program left, so not the full training program, but certainly enough time to introduce a young person to the sport and get them ready for the June 4th and 5th event at Centennial Park.
Jessica, what's the state of the union of YMCA as a whole? I know you guys are involved in a lot of different things in camps and outreach, just to all groups of all ages.
We about half of the people that come through our doors in the course of a year, upwards of 130,000, are actually young people under the age of 18. So we come into contact with a lot of kids in our community, and we really want to be about identifying what are the ways we can best prepare those young people to be successful, engaged adults. And particularly as it relates to youth obesity, we just wrapped up a strategic planning process where we have a big goal to cut youth obesity rates in half in this community by the year 2020. And so to do that, we're going to have to continue to find opportunities like these to engage kids in physical activity and help them have fun with fitness in different ways. And again, provide a variety of opportunities. Maybe it's soccer for a kid who likes that, but it might be a kid's triathlon for a child who doesn't like soccer.
And race day is Sunday, June the 5th. But Luke, for kids who might be listening, or probably parents, because kids should be in school right now, what kind of benefits have you gotten from this, physically and psychologically, that you can relate?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as starting at the age of 7 and going through this this crazy ride of triathlon up till now, it's what it gives you is a level of confidence that you don't get in the classroom, really in a team sport. It's something that that's different than a lot of activities that kids are involved in today because of the individualness of it. So you go out and you accomplish a task that many people couldn't do, and what that does for you is really gives you a level of confidence that carries over into the classroom, or it carries over into all kinds of aspects of life. So that's really a lot of what it's given me, and along with that, just every day, I'm a saner person when I've gotten up in the morning and done a workout, and then can carry out my day having done that. So that's what I've most taken from it.
All right, Jessica, one more time, the essential information, contact information and such.
Yes, visit our website at YMCA that's MIDTN, like Tennessee.org, and you'll find a list of locations offering the free training program. Again, you don't have to be a Y member to do that, and it'll also link you to the Kids Marathon, Kids Triathlon site where you can actually register for the race, which takes place June 4th and 5th at Centennial Park.
Great. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
Good luck, Luke.
Thank you.